Good evening, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with SimplerOptions.com, and in tonight's free video, I wanted to talk a little bit about earnings. So Facebook earnings are out, and if we come down to an intraday chart, we can see where they're trading here after the report. They closed Wednesday's session at 182.66, and as we're sitting here trading in the extended session, we're down to about 179. This is a very important concept to understand with options because, while there will be those random very big moves and those outside moves, etc., most of the time you're going to find that earnings results stay inside their expected ranges. Now, I traded this a little bit differently, and I'll be in great shape tomorrow, but I actually gave myself a little bit of room should Facebook have pulled back further. John put on the trade that is completely neutral, around 182.5. They'll both be looking good tomorrow. I make these points in the idea of saying, don't feel like you need to come in and place big directional bets in these, but instead try to play the numbers and play situations where you think, because the way I feel about Apple is I think they will do well, but I find it very difficult to buy it at what looks to me like an extended price. The same situation you dealt with in Facebook. It was extended, but they still beat their numbers. You end up with a result of a kind of muted move. Okay, if you take that concept in Apple and you're just willing to at least try to give it a shot around a trade, I think this is an interesting spot to discuss it. Now, it may vary tomorrow depending on exactly where we're trading. What I would like to see is that we can trade exactly at 165, because then I like the idea of selling the 165 straddle. Now, if you want to do it with protection, which is what I would encourage you to start with, and let's just say we do it a little bit closer to our current prices. Well, you can come in and sell the straddle, which is where we want to start by trying to accumulate the best credit we can. With something like this, you're basically making a bet that Apple stays inside an $8 move around 167.5. So if it can stay inside that move, you make money. Now, that does have undefined risk. So to define the risk in it, we just come back in and buy something 7.5 wide. Seems to make sense with a strategy like this. That will cut your credit down some, but that makes that a much more tolerable strategy, especially for smaller accounts. And then with something like this, you're looking for Apple to open up around 167.5 tomorrow. Now remember, you may need to adjust this. If you like the idea and you want to put it on, be willing to adjust depending on what price Apple is trading tomorrow. If it's trading around 165, then look at moving the short straddle down into 165. Buy your protection as you deem worthy, and then we'll see if we can get a similar neutral response. I hope that helps. You guys have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you at the next free video.